Hey guys, it's Big E, and today I'm going to be showing you my exact setup that I took and how I made $3,000 today day trading futures. So if you guys don't know already, it's just going to be a small recap for this YouTube video. My strategy consists of a high time frame trend, a liquidity sweep, inverse fair value gap, and you just target the opposing liquidity or the market rebalancing to equilibrium, order blocks, FEGs, etc. Right? And I do a 1 to 2 RR. So I'm just gonna go on Top Step, rewind time a little bit, and show you guys exactly what I was looking at. So we'll just go to 7:30, which is my market open right here, and we'll look at the overall chart from a high time frame. I mainly trade on NQ just because it has cleaner moves, and that's what I'm more experienced with. So looking at NQ, we do have this inverse fair value gap right here. So I'm expecting price to keep pushing lower. You know, we're still very bearish and sweeping out these lows eventually, right? We don't want to wait for these. We don't want to wait for this move. We want to catch just a quick short somewhere around here, or a quick long somewhere in this area, right? On a lower time frame, obviously. ES, on the other hand, has this bullish FEG, so we just need to be aware of that and make sure ES and NQ both align and give us matching confluences for whichever direction I would like to go. As you guys saw earlier, I went in longs, and I'll go into that. So we dropped down to the 1 hour. Still pretty bearish, you know, this little FEG right here, if you guys can see it. ES, pretty bearish, you know. A little choppy, you know, not too clean, but it's obviously bearish. So I was just dropping time frames, you know, checking everything out, seeing if there are any SMTs, right? And I come to notice that we have this previous low that was swept by NQ, and ES has this previous low that didn't sweep. So right here, I was already thinking this might be an SMT, but let's go back to market open and just let it play out a little bit and see if it swept. And it still hasn't. So right here, I'm saying to myself, okay, we have an SMT towards the upside. So all I'm waiting for is an inverse fair value gap, because we already swept so much sell side liquidity, and all I'm waiting for is an inverse fair value gap to target a quick 1 to 2 RR. And you know, we swept this low, we swept this low, we swept a lot of lows. And on the 15-minute, you know, if you go back more, you'll be able to see that it even swept like some of these lows over here, right? Well, I wouldn't really call this a low right here, but it swept these lows, right? That's already a good amount of sell side liquidity swept. So I go down to the 1 minute, and I want to catch that early inverse fair value gap towards the upside. On ES, I like to stay on the 5-minute or 15-minute just to see how price action is doing. And as I'm watching, I start to see an inverse fair value gap start to form. So right about here, yep, 737 on the 1 minute, NQ, 737. I had this marked out for my inverse, for my FEG. Candle closed above, and I was just waiting for a retap. Right, we got that retap, and unfortunately, since I was alerting on my Discord, I didn't get that perfect entry, right? I got it somewhere around here, which was what, 688, around there. So right about there, let's just say, right? My stop a little bit below that inverse fair value gap, having some breathing room, right? and just targeting a quick 1 to 2 RR. And boom, simple as that. We entered off the tap right here, price went back up, and I'll replay it for you guys again so you guys can kind of see exactly how it played out. This isn't really the best for backtesting. I mean, you know, live market, you see exactly how it went down, but right here it looks like, you know, like it was very simple. But I mean, it was, but I'm just trying to say, like, it's not really like a clean price action move, you know, because it's kind of just like skips the whole candle, you know what I mean? So I'll let it play out. Retap, went down again, retapped again, and then we hit our 1 to 2. So yeah, that was pretty much it, and I have that alerted. Here I said it swept so much sell-side liquidity that will dump till that next low right there. But if we don't start inversing, just be patient. NQ today, I alerted that I was in longs at 738, which was, you know, exactly right when I was trying to get into that perfect retap. And if you caught that, you should be out, even if you waited for that second retap we pumped up at 7:41 a.m. And at 7:41 a.m., right about here, see that? Hit our TP. So yeah, showed the profits, the play. It's hard to alert and get a perfect entry, but my entry was so solid. All glory to the man above. Couldn't do this without my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and to be able to teach y'all. So yeah, it's just a quick recap. I mean, I knew we were gonna at least have a small pullback up due to this 1 hour SMT. That's indicating me that, hey, we're gonna have a small pullback, and then we're most likely just gonna continue dumping. And what did we do on the 4 hour? We eventually swept those lows, right? Put ES on the right side. ES still hasn't, you know, swept these lows, but NQ did. Before pre-market open, I said, you know, we're most likely just gonna keep dumping because of this inverse fair value gap over here. But what we want to catch was this small move, short or longs before that big dump. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. You know, it's not really hard. It's just consistency and having experience within the market to be able to catch things like that. But yeah, just drop down to the lowest time frame. I wouldn't really do 15 seconds unless the market is really choppy and you have a good CISD on the 15 second. But I mainly stick with the 1 minute to 5 minute range for inverse fair value gaps, and it's worked about 90% of the time so far. So yeah, guys, that's it. If you guys have any questions or videos you guys would like me to make, just comment down below or shoot me a DM on Discord and I'll respond to that. Thank you, guys. Bye.